What's up again, guys? Brian here at 3TR, and I'm here to share with you my own review of the Sony E3 press conference. But before I jump into it, I really have to ask, did any of you guys have any problem using the Sony press conference app on your PlayStation or mobile devices? Because I tried it out on all three of my PlayStation 3s, my PlayStation 4, both my laptops, and my tablet, and I just could not get just a solid stream. It was buffering like crazy, and I just got so frustrated to the point where I just gave up and just waited for the entire press conference to be uploaded on YouTube. So if you guys have problems too, please let me know in the comments down below. But jumping into the press conference, it opened up with Destiny. Pretty much showing us a brand new trailer, and I have to tell you, this game looks absolutely phenomenal. I'm not really a big fan of shooters myself, and I'm damn sure not really a big shooter of like online multiplayer shooters, but this looks like a more of a online co-op shooter, and those are actually the very type of shooters I like to play, because I rather would have more fun playing a shooter with you guys than against you guys. So if Destiny is really everything that these designers are making it seem to be, this has a very good chance of being one of, or even going so far as being my best game of the year. And they also announced that they would also be releasing a bundle pack that comes with an exclusive white PlayStation 4, which releases on September 9th, which is only 7 days after my birthday. So, you know, this would make a really, really nice birthday present if anyone's interested. But moving on forward, they then showed us a brand new separate game. I'm not sure if this would be considered DLC, but it's a new storyline for Infamous Second Son, and it's called Infamous First Light, and you'll be playing as Fetch. And apparently you don't have to own Second Son to play this game. I'm really not sure what to think about this. I mean, Fetch is an okay character. I'm not really sure if doing a whole backstory game around her with the type of gameplay that I would expect to come from her would be very interesting. Because if you play as Desmond and you get her powers, that's pretty much all she really can do. So I'm really not sure how this is going to work. Then they actually showed a brand new trailer and new gameplay footage for The Order. And I gotta tell you, this game looks absolutely phenomenal. This looks like it could possibly be the beginning of a new Resident Evil. And what I mean by that is, like, as Resident Evil and as continue to kind of go down the action path, there's usually a game that kind of revitalizes hope in the whole survival horror action genre. For me, originally, after Resident Evil 4, there was Dead Space, and then when Dead Space kind of started falling more into the same department as Resident Evil with the more action, we now have this, and it looks absolutely crazy. I mean, the atmosphere is exactly what you expect to see in a Resident Evil game. I like that apparently we got a sight these new creatures that we'll be dealing with, and they kind of look like werewolves, but they can still talk and they're very conscious. So, and the graphics are so very well rendered that I couldn't tell at times what was gameplay and what was cutscenes. So they kind of are doing what Uncharted has been doing for the rest of its series, as in it kind of finds a way to, like, you know, mend the two together so it's like a flawless transition. And if they can pull that off for The Order, then we're in for one hell of a game when it comes out. We also got a little bit of, I won't say like a full teaser, but maybe like a teaser trailer of the Ratchet and Clank movie. I talked about this with its first teaser, and it looks very good. Like, when we officially get a fourth generation, I mean, when we get an official Ratchet and Clank game for this gen, like original, this is how good I expect it to look. Because if they can pull this off in the movies, you know, there's no doubt in my mind they could pull this off on a console. And they also announced that they would be kind of redoing the first Ratchet and Clank game. They would just be updating it to PlayStation 4 graphics. So I guess, you know, maybe I'll get to see the very first PlayStation 2 game I ever got to play with PlayStation 4 graphics. So that's definitely going to be really interesting just to play. They also announced a game called Let It Die. Not really looking forward to this game. This kind of looks like an online multiplayer version of Manhunt, where you pretty much just create your own character any way you want, and you just go around killing other players. So it's not really my bag of tricks in terms of games. We also got new gameplay footage of Mortal Kombat 10. We got to see Sub-Zero and Scorpion fight like we always like to see, and I could easily tell that the original footage that we saw from the first trailer, that was definitely CG, because when I was looking at the gameplay for this, it wasn't nearly as good. And they also showed two new fighters They both have a lot of really interesting tricks. Fatalities are back. That's always going to be nice to watch. So I'm real pumped up for this game. I really hope they unleash a collector's edition for this. And they also announced that The Last of Us Remastered. It's coming for the PlayStation 4. I'm not going to be getting it. I played it once on the PlayStation 3. I thought it was a good game. It's not good enough for me to want to play it a second time, so there's no need for me to want to buy it for the PlayStation 4. They also announced that they were also going to be making Grand Theft Auto 5, bringing that to the PlayStation 4. Again, I already played it on PlayStation 3. It was great, it was fine, it was an excellent game. I don't need to play it again on the PlayStation 4 with slightly better graphics, so I'm not really a big supporter of these taking games which are less than 2 years old and just transferring them to PlayStation 4. I would wait like maybe 5 or 6 years, because that's kind of what a lot of companies were doing with PlayStation 2 games and just porting them over PlayStation 3, but they were coming as bundles, not just individual games. We also got to see some footage of Batman Arkham Knight, and this looks like the Arkham game that you need to play in order to end off the series of Batman games, because I gotta tell you, this game looks massive. I mean, they're just layers on top of layers in terms of the scale of the buildings. I mean, Batman's suit looks absolutely badass. I'm loving the Batmobile. Can't wait to get my hands on it. And it looks like it's not just a driving vehicle, it's like a tank in its own right. So that's going to be really interesting to test out. The only thing I'm a little bit just puzzled about is I really would like to have a clear idea of like who the main villain of this game is going to be, because apparently they are really putting a lot of emphasis that Scarecrow is the main villain, and if that's the case, that's good. But they also were hyping up this extra character which apparently had a bat suit of their own, and we still don't even know who that is, and I thought that maybe that was going to be the main villain of the game. So I'd like to just get a little bit more clarity as for who is going to be the main threat for this game, and once I do, I'll be all set for this game. Can't wait to see what that collector's edition is going to be as well. We also got to see some new trailer for Metal Gear Solid 5 Phantom Pain, and I'm starting to question Hideo Kojima's thought pattern in terms of the statements he makes, because before this trailer was released, in which apparently it leaked yesterday before the conference even started, he made a statement saying that this trailer was going to be hard to watch, and I don't know what his deal is, because I didn't see anything in this trailer that was hard to watch. All I saw was random just events that, unless you are a fan of this franchise, you are not going to have a damn clue what is going on. And I would highly suggest, coming from a big-time, long-time Metal Gear Solid fan like me, that if any of you guys have any interest in this game, do not, I repeat, do not buy this game when it comes out. I would suggest, and if you are playing, I would at least get the Metal Gear Solid Legacy Collection. Play this first, and then get this game. Otherwise, you're not going to know what the hell is going on in this game. And I was also upset that we didn't get a release date. So heck, I don't even know when I get to open this, because I still haven't opened Ground Zero. I haven't played it yet. I was waiting for a release date so I know when I can open it, and I'm really disappointed. So as far as we know, this game could be coming out in 2016 for all we know. And then they finally announced, they closed it off with Uncharted A Thiefs End. We didn't get much. We just kind of saw what Drake's going to look like on the PlayStation 4. It looks good, and apparently this is probably going to be the last Uncharted game we get with Drake, because throughout the trailer, it's obvious that they say that he's out of the game for a while, and he needs help back in, and Sully says, okay, we're going to do it one last time. So this could be the last Uncharted game we get with Drake. I originally thought this was going to be a reboot, because I was severely disappointed with Uncharted 3, but maybe they want to, have the story of Drake end on like a good note. So they're making one last attempt to give us a good send-off for Drake, and if that's what this game is, then I'm sure Naughty Dog is going to give us something really impressive. But by far the biggest surprise of this conference, which happened kind of midway in, I really wish they would have closed on this game, was the announcement of Little Big Planet 3. This came out of nowhere. I mean, I didn't hear this on any forums. I'm sure a lot of us knew that Little Big Planet was eventually going to be released on the PlayStation 4, but I did not think it was going to be this soon. It looks phenomenal. I just can't imagine all the creative ideas all of us are going to be able to put, and all the different levels we can play with each other. So, and I like how they added brand new characters along with Sackboy. So, I was just surprised. That certainly got the biggest reaction out of the crowd that night. So, overall, I felt that this Sony press conference, I thought it was good, but outside of the Little Big Planet announcement, there really wasn't anything too big. They seemed to play it safe. I don't think this conference was nearly as good as last year, and maybe they just didn't have enough as a wow factor. They just want to announce that these are the games we have, these are the exclusives, we're showing you games that you already know are coming, and we got Little Big Planet. And if that's all they were going for, then, you know, Sony played it safe. So this was just a safe press conference. If you like this video, please feel free to like, comment down below, and please subscribe to check out my future videos. And I really would like to know, what did you guys think of Sony's press conference? Because I've heard some people say that, you know, it wasn't all that great, but so I really would like to hear. And please join me in my next video when I will be sure to talk about the Microsoft press conference, which I'm going to watch that next, because from what I heard, I might actually make a statement which even I find myself a little bit shocking to say. So, like always, thank you guys for watching. You're awesome, and I'll see you next time.